So that, in essence, is the nub of the speech. President Ramaphosa says the economy needs to be urgently overhauled in order to create more growth and opportunity. As we say at the Business Unity South Africa gathering today, the organisation also saying it's tired of government's empty promises regarding growth and job creation. Let's pick up the story with reporter Aviwa Mtila, who has been covering that event for us. So aside, Aviwa, good evening to you, from the frustration that we've just outlined, a lot of focus today also on the crisis at Eskom.
Well, certainly, Jeremy, it was the major focus here, Eskom, and of course, it being the biggest hindrance, in fact, to economic prosperity in the country. The business economic endeavor is just wrapped up here at the Sandton Convention Center, where it was clear that business has become impatient with the slow economic reform of the country. I am, in fact, joined by business leadership, South Africa CEO Busi Mavuso, just to detail some of the key takeaways. Thank you for joining us at the ENCA. But you heard the reply from the president to some of businesses' demands. Are you happy with what you heard?
So we're happy with what we have said. It's striking all the right notes, but I think time has come, that the president stops acknowledging, the problems that we have in the country, but starts taking intentional and deliberate actions towards some of the structural reforms that we need as a country. I mean, we saw late last year that Moody's, the only credit rating agency that still has South Africa, on investment grade, has said that South Africa, you got February, to ensure that you get your house in order else. So the acknowledgement, therefore, of the problems that we have is not enough. We're going to have to move at a speed of lightning to ensure that we avoid the looming credit downgrade by Moody's. So I think it was encouraging, though, for the president to speak on the issues around Eskom in the length and in the details that it did, because I think we need to acknowledge that Eskom is the biggest sovereign risk that we have in this country, and unless and until we address the issues of the energy security, then unfortunately the South Africa's economy that is near collapse is not actually going to be salvaged. So I think business is impatient, as you have heard. President Sipho Pichana, I think, spoke to great lengths, in the fact that this notion of, trying to please everyone by the president is not going to take us anywhere. So he's going to have to be more decisive, more courageous leadership is going to need to be seen from him, and we're hoping that, today marks the beginning of that.
Now, at the beginning of this conference, of course, it was said that this will not be another talk shop. I just want to get more clarity. We heard key indicators say that we're not expecting even a percentage of a GDP growth this year. Did you get clear indication from the president in order how we're going to grow the economy?
And I think that is what the frustrating thing is. There isn't clear indications, but I think, as you're saying, that we were very clear that we are not here to talk, we're here to work. And the commissions that therefore we went into, which looked at enabling, a capable state, which looked into the fourth industrial revolution, which looked into the energy security, came up with actual deliverables for both government and business to actually start working towards collaboratively so that we can start moving the economy in the right direction. And we have said as BUSA that we're actually going to be coming back in 6 months, and therefore we're going to be giving feedback in terms of how far we have gone in terms of the implementation, of those deliverables. But I think, in fairness, the president also came out to say that this is the year, of action, action, action. So we are therefore hoping that government is going to start doing things from a different perspective. We are hoping that they are going to start engaging from a different lens, and we're definitely hoping that this is going to start change. It means that government is going to start shifting gears towards the right direction, and more importantly, towards accelerating the changes that we need in this country.
Thank you very much. That is Busi Mavuso from Business Leadership South Africa. I just want to bring in Tor Kulu now from the South African Chamber of Commerce and Industries. Start with, we're just a month away from the State of the Nation address. The president did urge business to put in inputs for the State of the Nation address. What are you wanting as business?
Yes, you are correct. The president did actually challenge us to make a contribution to the SONA of 2020, and that's exactly what we are going to do. It's going to be a fairly possible process for us, because the theme of this year's BEI was really activating actual outcomes. And business leaders came out in their numbers, spent the whole day here working in sessions and actually drafting what we believe are the deliverables and actual plans that we can deliver to government, but working in collaboration to make it happen. So we are definitely going to put together all those plans and outcomes that we decided today on and give them over to the president. They will be ready for the SONA, but obviously we realize that it will need us to work on them continuously. So hence the establishment of working groups beyond this event to make sure that we implement throughout the coming year all the outcomes that have been determined by the commissions today.
Just lastly, the president did also ask for business to work hand in hand with government in ensuring jobs. How are we going to make this achievable?
Job creation is part and parcel of business. I think, and business is committed to the developmental agenda of this country. The BEI is a business initiative to demonstrate to society that we are committed to developing this economy, and job creation is central to it, because we do need to have an economy that produces jobs, quality jobs, to broaden the market, have more people involved, and because that is very important for the stability and the future of this economy.
Thank you very much. That is Mthog Kulu from the South African Chamber of Commerce and Industries, basically saying that the president will work in hand with business in order, in fact, to grow jobs and also the GDP prospects of the country.
All right, Viu Mtila, for the moment, thank you very much indeed. At that BUSA gathering here in Johannesburg, we'll have more excerpts from President Ramaphosa's speech a little bit later on in the program.